Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of recognizing additive and multiplicative patterns. This is standard 5.4D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 27 of the 2025 released STAAR test. This is a new item type called inline choice. And if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we have a sentence that we need to complete here. There are 3 different choices, and let me tell you how the points work. This is a 2-point problem, so if you get all 3 correct, you're going to get both points. If you only get 2 correct, you're going to get 1 point, and you get 0 points if you get 0 or even 1 out of the 3 correct. So let's get all 3 correct. And you notice here that if we try to answer 2 and skip the 3rd, it is going to say we have an empty spot error. Let's make sure we get all of these in there so we can get both of our points. So let's see, there's a numerical pattern between the input and the output. So when they say the input and the output, we're looking side to side. And sometimes we get tricked because we want to look up and down. But whenever we have 2 different columns like this, input, output, technically they can make it 2 different rows, but usually it's going to be 2 different columns, 2 different values, input, output. It might be time and money if it's a real world problem. You're going to look between the 2 different values. So we need to first describe whether it's additive or multiplicative. So how do we do that? Well, let's start testing. So 12, we're going to start with this very first one right here. 12 times something equals 168, or 12 plus, let's make that a plus here, something equals 168. Now, I'm not sure about my 12s. Let's multiply. I know 12 times 12 equals 144. That's a fact I remember. So that's going to leave me 24 left. So 24, the two 12s make 24. So I'm thinking 12 times 14. So that's going to be 8. That's going to be 4. And that's going to be 12. Yeah, 168. Okay, so I can either multiply by 14 or 12 plus what gets me 168? Well, let's subtract. See how far away it is. 156. Okay, so I can either multiply by 14, that'd make it a multiplicative pattern, or I can add 156, that would make an additive pattern. You can never tell by just one. The same rule needs to apply to all 4. So let's do 9. 9 times 14. Let's do 14 times 9. And that's going to be 36. That's 9. That's okay. I think it's going to be multiplied by 14. Because if I add 156, 156 plus 9, that's going to get me 15, 165. Okay, so it's not a plus 9. So let's do 14 times 6. That's going to be 24. 84, that checks. And then 14 times 3, 42. Okay, so this is a multiply by 14 rule. But knowing that doesn't help. Now we need to put it into words. Okay, so complete the sentence by selecting the correct answers from the drop-down menus. The pattern is additive or multiplicative. Well, we said it was multiplicative because we're multiplying by 14, so that's why it's multiplicative. Because the output value is the what? Product or sum? Well, product goes with multiplication, sum goes with addition. So product of blank and the input value, what was our rule? What do we multiply it by? Well, we did the input times 14. And that, then, is going to be our answer. Multiplicative, product, and 14, and that gets us 2 points.